is always in order. ETC, you guys have voted for ETC. Let us go for the elite Tauren Chieftain. I bring the Megadeth. We shall wait for party leader and general hero Acidium to get us going. So I'm going to switch over and take ETC this time. Let's have a quick look at ETC. So he's a melee warrior. So that of course means, as shown in our sort of warrior spotlight, you're going to get up close and personal with your enemies. You're going to be swinging away with melee weapons. You're going to be trying to initiate with various abilities, looking at buffs for your team and debuffs for the enemy team. So you are generally a tank. So what do you do if you're a tank? What do you do if you're a warrior? You will be able to deal some good damage. You should also be able to take some good damage, but above anything else, you are going to be making sure that you get in there, do a bit of damage, and generally make sure that you're the focal point for the enemy team. You should be in there slowing people down, causing damage, picking out targets. That's the role of a warrior or a tank in general. And of course, as with every hero, you can generally spec probably a little bit more functionally. So for example, I'm pretty sure with ETC you'll be able to spec a bit more damage, or you can spec for a bit more survivability and sort of, you know, tanking and debuffs and similar. So let's take a look at ETC's abilities while we're waiting on this versus queue. With Power Slide, dash to an area, stunning and damaging enemies hit. That is an initiate ability that will let you start fights and close people down. So in a team fight, ETC is the one who should be starting the fight. He should be running in and stunning the enemy and causing lots of different problems. We have Nova, Illidan the Assassin, Nova the Assassin, Random Hero of Obsidian, and Zeratul as well. Oh, we have a lot of damage on this team. I'm very much hoping that Obsidian is going to be a random support or perhaps a random specialist, because we've already got 3 pretty much assassins, a combination of melee and ranged. So we've got lots and lots of damage on our team. That's not going to be a problem at all, but we just need to make sure that our team is nicely balanced out both ways. Team composition is something I think will come together in terms of what heroes, what classes, how many assassins do you want, how many warriors do you want, supports, specialists, etc. I think that in this stage of the alpha, it's really just getting a feel for the heroes and getting a feel for the game. The more sort of high level stuff will start coming. Winterfell, I've played with Winterfell before. We have May Battle Tag, one as our friend Acidium spawned as. Let's have a look. Ooh, where is he? We have Reyna. Okay, that works well. We can go bottom lane. So we've had a little role reversal. I'm going to be playing the tank to Acidium's ranged assassin. So let's take a look at what we can go. So I'm going to go very tanky. I'm going to mana cost a guitar solo. So we've got face melt, 55 damage to enemies, and knockback. That will help me clear the area. Guitar solo regenerates health, which is good. I'm going to go for maximum health every level. I'm going to make myself a really, really tanky hero. Reyna is Acidium's least favourite. I believe in you. It is all going to be fine. Don't you worry. So Reyna, a pretty solid choice. Reyna, of course, remember, he can buff allied heroes and similar in his lane. Shall we go to the... If Acidium is listening in, we win, says Nova. Yes, I agree. I'm just pinging so we can go and take this vision point. Always try and keep the vision points if you can. Acidium nicely covering my back there. But generally, I want to be leading in and making sure that I get... okay, we've got one bottom down. We've got... I believe that's Muradin that we've got in the bottom lane as Rick Cheese. Yep, sure is. We've got Dwarf Warrior. And then we have Kerrigan as well, so we've got a nice interesting mix there. So what am I going to do? Well, I can be charging in and doing stuns, I can be dealing damage to enemies and knocking them back. Don't forget, of course, that I can knock back, depending on my direction, into who I want. So Acidium should be staying back. Acidium, stay back! Oh no, burst it down and stunned. And that is a very good example of why I should be a little bit more spatially aware. I can take damage, but I can't take that much damage if 2 of them decide to burst me down. So that was me being a bit silly. I should have stayed a little bit further forward. So I should try and stay forward and provide a bit of a wall for Acidium so he can go and do damage. Oh, Acidium's got caught. I don't think I'm going to be able to save you, Acidium. Oh, and this bottom lane has gone disastrously in the early game. It is not going too well. And Acidium being filtered out by the swell filter there. I've still got profanity filter on. But ETC, very solid so far, but that death of mine was entirely my fault. 2 missing at the bottom lane. They might have gone for the... that is for Failcraft. Yeah, double fail by us both. It certainly is. It would be no fun if we did not have some epic failures here and there. It's okay, we're having fun, we're learning. So because there are 2 missing in the bottom lane, I reckon that they've gone to take a look at one of the mercenary camps. And in terms of an easy mercenary camp, I reckon they may have gone to our mercenary camp. If they come back from our direction, I'm just going to hang around in the top here, because the enemy team is going to have to return from somewhere. And when they do, I reckon that they've probably potentially maybe got up there. Do remember that when mercenaries are triggered by your opponent's team and Heroes of the Storm, you get an indicator on the map that shows you where they're from. First talent, non-hero damage reduced, abilities called area damage, enemy minions hit by first map, also dance, increase range and knockback off the base. But I'm going to go for abilities causing area damage. It's going to make me dangerous in the short term. The tribute has spawned. 3 of our team are on it. I'm not entirely sure whether we've been able to get it or not. I'm just going to ride up and sort of indicate that I'm ready to support. And there we go, there's a pull from Stitches, but we've managed to grab Tribute 1. Acidium, I'm just going to head back to lane. Oh, Acidium's jumped in, he's doing a bit of farming in middle lane. So I'm just going to back him up here for now, keep an eye on the bottom lane, make sure that suddenly the enemy heroes don't reappear. Here. So we can see here we're actually finding the knights. These are a hard mercenary camp. They have different abilities, they can generally be quite a pain. I'm using my abilities, knock back more damage, I can regenerate my own health of course with Guitar Solo, which is great, and we can see that our enemy heroes respawned in the bottom lane, so I'm going to head back to the bottom, hoping that Acidium would have seen my ping. Oh, another tribute's actually spawned. It is well worth getting the tributes on this map, so I'm going to push in for the tribute. I'm actually at a loss as to where the rest of the enemy team have gone. But with me in the house, I'm going to quickly trigger ETC's Guitar Solo, regen a little bit of my health. So these guys are going to try and take it. I'm just going to cover the top. There is the pull from Stitches. We've then got a second in terms of Tassadar, 2 of them in there. I'm just not been able to do it. Tassadar doing a very, very good job of interrupting, becoming invulnerable and similar. Then Kerrigan joins the team fight. I'm really hoping that Acidium is going to get in here. Kerrigan goes down. We've managed to gang up. I am keeping myself healed up. I don't have any abilities ready just yet, but we have managed to get in there. Raynor has gone to cover the bottom lane. Thank you, Acidium. Very good play. Nice bit of team play there. I'm going to charge in with my power slide, but I'm just unable to catch Stitches, and that is dangerous. I'm going to just heal myself up and hope against hope that no, that is a decoy Nova. I've been pulled back in. I can power slide out if I'm lucky, just get away. Nova really needs to get away. I'm going to ping and hope that Patch doesn't get Nova, and then we can see a nice little face melt there. I'm using the knockback on face melt. I'm going to call for help because we are in some trouble. There's a lot going on in this top lane. Nova is at such low health. We then have hopefully some assistance coming on. Winterfell has decided to ignore it, and what do we have going on? Okay. Oh, Raynor Nova comes out of stealth, but she is going to die to Kerrigan, who has regen, so I'm going to stick myself in the way and try and put a wall, like any good warrior or tank should, between myself and Raynor. Nova, sorry. Oh, and Nova has got stuck. I jump in. I've actually knocked Stitches towards Raynor, which is no good, but Nova, but Nova's happily... Oh, now I'm running in. There's 3v1 at the top lane here, and we need Nova to get back. I get away with that just about. We've managed to get a curse in, which means what we need to do is now put some pressure on the enemy team, if at all possible. I can have less damage from basics, basics increasing ability cooldowns, increase width of power slide, and Guitar Solo empowering my next basic. I'm going to have a bigger power slide so I can catch people more. Mash has flown in as Zeratul, who's trying to assassinate Kerrigan, but Stitches is there as well. So what we really need to do is push a lane. I'm going to... should be able to take out Maxon. We've managed to grab Maxon. Hopefully we can get through here, and I'm going to ping and hope that Mash is going to support us. I'm not doing huge amounts of damage, of course, in terms of my current spec, but what I can do is certainly tank up damage, and you can note that with the curse on this map, it is doing a great job in terms of making sure that the turrets are not attacking for the next 20 seconds. So we have to make sure we get through some base down in the bottom lane. Glad to see that Winterfell and Acidium, our noble ally, are getting in there and doing some damage. Now what we can do, if we can get these turrets in the gate down, perhaps the healing well as well. We've got 10 seconds to go. I'm going to ping that healing well. We're not going to be able to get, I think, this down in 5 seconds, so I'm going to ping back and indicate to Mash that I'm leaving this party. However, nice little example again of the use of face melt there. You can see that I used face melt to push away people, allowing Mash to get out of there. So in terms of ETC as a hero and as a warrior, we've seen a few of his abilities. We're taking a look at power slide, which lets us slide in, do damage and stun, which is good. It's only a single second stun, but it's enough to buy time or to stun heroes so that our team can jump on top. I've got my heroic ability now. I've got Mosh Pit. Nearby enemies must dance. Heap certain indication, deals 2-3 damage and slows for 3 seconds, so I can stun the entire enemy team. I'm going to go for Mosh Pit because that just sounds fun. And the ideal use for Mosh Pit is in this kind of situation where we see many enemy heroes. That's not going to help me now. I'm going to charge in, try and do some damage. Winterfell comes in to win. So we managed to pick off 2 there. A nice little job. I think that we should get this mercenary camp. I'm going to see, yep, Winterfell has received my ping, and we're going to pick up this Night Mercenary camp. So as we were saying, before we jump to that fight, we've seen a little bit of ETC as a warrior and as a tank. We've taken a look at some of his abilities and how they can help out not only his team, but also himself. Power slide, sliding in and stunning, good for buying your team time to escape, and also disabling key enemy team members so your team can try and damage them. We've seen the very useful ability Face Melts, like I've just demonstrated there, knocking back enemy and doing some damage as well. Not only is that area of effect damage, but that is also allowing us to do some I'm going to see, well, will Winterfell come for the boss? Yeah, he's going to come for the boss. Okay, let's go for the boss minion while we're here. Face Melt lets you knock back. That, as we've proven very effectively, actually lets us you know, save a lot of team members on our team by knocking enemies away from them. So that's really useful as well. And then last but not least, we've seen Guitar Solo, regenerating 97 health per second for 4 seconds at this current level. And what that is letting me do is stay in lane and sustain in a nice way. We will see exactly how much Guitar Solo is going to allow me to... we would push top, but I'm actually going to die unless... Oh, Winterfell is taking damage because he's taking aggro away from me. I'm hoping... Ooh, that's not very nice. I don't think we can actually take this guy. Oh, Nova is here, but I think it's too little too late because he's now regenerated health. Okie dokie. That was a slight fail. We did not have... Oh, the Ultralisk. I need to run away from the Ultralisk. Run away. Run away. I'm going to ping and say that there's danger there. I'm going to half myself back to ace. And then last but not least, we've taken a look at a couple of the heroic abilities of the ETC. We've seen that we could have either have had Stage Dive, teleporting to occasion and doing damage, a brilliant initiating spell, another initiator on top of Power Slide, lets you jump into the action and really cause your opponent's problems in team fights, or close the distance on an enemy for the kill. And then we've also seen me grabbing Mosh Pit, which is make sure that if I get into a team fight, I can pretty much disable the rest of the enemy team for 4 seconds unless they interrupt my channel. New talents, we're level 13, we can halve the duration of disables, very useful for a tank. Move speed is added to the Rockstar aura, which is quite fun. And then Face Melt also slowing enemies. I'm going to halve the duration of disables because that will let me be a lot more effective in terms of getting around a team fight. Zeratul is calling for a kill on Muradin. I'm going to try and come in and give some aid, but I'm also going to just ping. And remember that just tapping G will also let you ping. So I'm letting my team know that, oh, I can, oh, there you go, a nice little power slide in for the kill, and we've got some room to continue the push. We've got ogres in the bottom lane, we've got everyone teaming up. We've now got a team fight going. This might be a really good, I'm going to use my ultimate and Mosh Pit. I think I might have missed everyone in terms of a dance there, but I'm going to jump in, use my ability and immediately start doing damage to the most key damaging class of the hero. However, Kerrigan then jumps in, I'm quite low on health, I'm going to have to run away, entire enemy team chasing me, trying to get that kill in. My power slide is on cooldown, but I managed to power slide away, even though Kerrigan has managed to do a little bit of damage on me. I can get to my healing font, I can lure this Ultralisk past all of the towers and then jump in. However, 2 of them are still pushing in. You can see that Vala is trying to do some damage. She's not going to get too far. I should not run into the fire. It's the first rule. It was a failed Mosh Pit. Failcraft moment of match ×2, where my Mosh Pit got absolutely no one whatsoever. Hey Christiu, it is great to have you. Christiu Vive. Vive. Great to have you with us as well, and all of you people who are tuning in live who are not signed into Twitch. I can see you there, it's great to have you with us. I'm going to go for Relentless. I did not grab my list disables. I'm just going to run up to the top lane now. Always good to remember, if you see lanes being pushed, just clearing them out. If there's no other pressure going on the map, we can see a little bit of back and forth in the middle there. Having clear lanes, taking down mercenaries. Remember that not only does farming and killing this stuff give you XP to increase your team level, but you're just pushing out your lane so that there's not going to be minion pressure on your lane. It leaves you more free to jump into bases, team fights and similar. Oh, Kerrigan has jumped in, but she has not seen the stealth Nova, and Nova's nice long range, as we demonstrated in our earlier game, coming in to work that kill. 2 team members there. Oh, this might be an opportunity. Oh, mega damage flying in there, and you know what, not even necessary. Tassadar coming back to life, ability already triggered, and a double kill there. So what we need to do is, they managed to grab that. I vote that we push a lane. Let's push this lane. Now, the reason I'm calling for that push is that there are 4 members of the enemy team down. Actually, you know what, I'm just going to go straight in and let's get this tower out of the way. Mash! Help me, Mash! There we go. Shot down, and we've managed to pressure. Oh, you don't have to kill the wall, but you know what, why not? Let's get the healing font. That's a very sensible thing to do. Always good. When you are in a power play situation, and by a power play situation I mean naturally ice hockey style, basketball similar, when you have a man team member advantage in terms of the amount of people you have, always good to try and find a way to take advantage. Take a mercenary camp, go back to base and heal, that can be valuable. Push a lane and similar. And oh, though I'm taking a lot of damage, I think Mash could have finished that, but the Ultralisk doing a lot of damage to me. I'm just going to ping that I'm retreating for now, and you can see I'm going to play Ring-a-Ring the Roses with the Ultralisk. Let's just run around, right round, baby, right round. I'm just basing, and we have another talent, so I can get increased duration of guitar solo, so it heals a bit more health. That's quite good. Increased stun duration of the power side. I'm going to go that for my initiating ability. Right, I don't think we're going to be able to get there in time. We've managed to give them a tribute, sadly. Nova is going in. No, Nova's not managed to grab it. So what we need to do now as a team, while I jump away from discussing ETC's specific abilities for a second. Oh, look at that fantastic ranged engagement there, and there is no tumble, not even a double tumble, that is going to get away from the combined fury of us. So they're going there. I'm going up there for some mayhem. We need to try and deny them this golem. Mayday has jumped in and done some AoE damage. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to mosh pit and make everyone dance. Yay! Mosh pit win! And we can see that the mosh pit there, devastatingly effective in terms of keeping everyone busy while my team managed to engage. We've suddenly hit a triple kill, which means that we can push the bottom lane. The reason I'm calling for a bottom lane push is because 4 of the enemy team are down, and given that there's only 1 person left in the form of Rick Cheese. Oh, this is not the way you should do things. Oh. Actually, I'm just going to go for the blessing now. The reason that I Failcraft failed epically there in terms of the pathing, of course, remember this is a technical alpha, but the pathing will still probably be up. So it didn't take a StarCraft style smart path, it took me straight through the enemy base, but then again I should have probably manually clicked that rather than leaving it to AI anyway. So we grab favour. If we all just push bottom lane now, there's a very good chance that we will win fast, particularly if we can kill that Demon Hunter. There we go, that goes down. We should be able to get Pudge as well. I'm going to throw my heal in, let's get some pressure in. Pudge runs. Oh, look at that movement speed from the Pudge. I would probably imagine that we're going to see a swarm of people. Focus fires here, let's get this second lane down. Banshee's flying in. We are going to be doing some damage. Next I'm going to ping that so we can pick that off. And really, 2 people here defending at the top from the golem means that we should just be able to push the base. I'm just going to call the push on the base, call the push on the core, and hope that they'll push it. Oh, okay, Pudge is back up. I do not think we necessarily have enough damage to put this down. Okay, I'm going to call a retreat because we've been a little bit slow. This could change from a glorious victory into a glorious pain in the arse. There we go, a nice little power, face melt there, pushing everyone back. I'm just going to call... Oh, my mosh pit did not work, and my killing spree is done! I think my mosh pit may have been on cooldown there. Oh, mosh pit miss. I'm not entirely sure if it was up or not. We've got a talent, so we're at our top tier talent now, so we've got Resurgence of the Storm. I can resurrect on death more quickly. Dancing enemies take increased damage, or teleport at close range. I'm going to go for dancing enemies taking increased damage. So we've had a lot of fun with ETC so far this game. Very fun, you know. He says he's medium, but I would definitely encourage you, if you see him as free to play, to give him a go. His kit is pretty simple, what he has, but a lot of it is very effective, and it makes him a great tank, a great initiator, and really, really useful as a warrior to his friends in a team fight. He can initiate, he can stun in a couple of different ways, which is brilliant. Mosh Pit means he can take people out of the fight, and he's got a brilliant ranged initiate or kill with his other heroic ability too. And then a self-heal is really, really handy as well. And then don't forget his trait Rockstar. So using abilities give you allies movement speed, and then you can buff that up like I have with Echo Pedal. So a fun hero, I would definitely recommend. At level 20, chat for the chat, I just upgraded my ultimate, so I went for Death Metal. So we're at the stage now where basically if we manage to ace them, then just one more shot should be able to do it for us. I'm going to trigger my ultimate. You can see everyone moshing, but that's not really going to help because Nova has got oh so little health. Good, and Acidium coming in from the rail, so I'm going to pick off one. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to live through Tassadar's administrations, and thankfully the team flying in just then managed to make sure that we healed everything up. I shouldn't have taken that healing font because I'm just about to base anyway. So your question, I upgraded my ultimate, but I could have... You have two upgrades of your ultimate. You've got two what I call basics, which depend on your class. So the basic for Warrior is Resurgence, and then you've got Furies of the Storm for the chain attack, and then there's also Bolt of the Storm. So anything of the Storm is one that is available either to all heroes or selectively to heroes of that class. But it's a generic rather than a hero-specific one if it's of the Storm at level 20. And then there's an upgrade for each of the different ultimates. So hang on, I'm making the wrong decision here. With 3 opponents down, we should really just... try and see if we can charge the core. Let's charge the core and win this thing. We've got 3 people bottom lane. Just run! Run! Run like the wind, Bullseye. No, Nova. Just go. Go! There were 2 of them down. There was enough of us to win. Okay, Nova's quite low health. I'll give him that. Of course, a good opportunity to farm the opposition as well, so I'm going to try and keep Rick Cheese busy. So we've lost Mash. Oh, Winterfell's come in, we've managed to take down Rick Cheese, and there you go. Just a very good point at getting in and bursting things down. If we can take Valar, that might be handy. The only reason I'm doing that is just to... nope, not necessary. Winterfell has done tons and tons of damage, and that is a good game. Lovely stuff. A lovely little victory there as well. Let us make up for the game of before with the epic victory of after, and lovely team play and really good fun as well. 83k XP, you get a nice XP level up rate. You're pretty quick till level 10 to unlock everything, and note that play with friend bonus there as well. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's stream. If I silent stream again later, I will let you know. But for the time being, I'm going to be off. We'll tweet, of course, if I'm going to be back. And that was our Heroes half hour, probably more of an hour for this evening. So in that episode tonight, what we did in that bit of a stream, we took a bit of a look at the rather awesomeness that is Nova in terms of a ranged assassin. We then also took a quick jump into ETC as a melee warrior. He's loads of fun, really recommend playing him, and yeah, had a little bit of an overview of an assassin's role in the game and what assassin heroes try and do, and then also a warrior's role in terms of how they try and do and what their kind of role is, how you're going to try and play as part of your team. So as Nova, we were trying to stay at range, trying to damage people down, trying to make sure we didn't get caught, and trying to make sure we harassed and did a good job. As ETC, we were getting in the middle of every fight, trying to stun, trying to interrupt the enemy team and really try and cause them a lot of problems and make life awkward for them, so that our team could do all of the damage and get all of the kills. We had some good fun with all of ETC's abilities, lots of stuns, lots of debuffs, and all that kind of thing. So thank you so much for tuning in. if I'm back later, like I said, I'll tweet, or if you subscribe, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Firstly, that's youtube.com/failcraftcasts, but you can also catch us live nightly, UK time, but we'll always tweet just before we're going to go live. You can go see us on Twitch, twitch.tv/failcraftcast without the final S. Twitter is @failcraftcasts. We'll always tweet there, maybe half an hour to an hour, or as early as possible with the time that the stream is going to be. We know some of you guys are from America, we know some of you guys are from places as far away as New Zealand, and you know what, we're a little channel, but it's great to have you all with us, so thank you. We will try our best to tell you as much in advance as possible when we're going to be streaming, so you can come and join live if possible, but if not, you can see it all on YouTube. And last but not least, the website is failcraft.org. We put up all of our videos there, there's links to the stream, we do blogs, articles, a bit of news. Hearthstone, we also do the Hearthstone Half Hour, which is a regular series, and we're trying to make Heroes of the Storm regular too, so if you like Hearthstone and other Blizzard games, go tune into that, and we'll hopefully at some point be doing Minecraft and some other games soon. So that is us. Thank you oh so much for tuning in. A big shout to Acidium, great to team up with you this evening, sir, and hopefully see a lot more of us playing together, and indeed any of you guys, if you're in the Heroes of the Storms Alpha, you'd like to join us for a few games, drop us a tweet @failcraftcast and we'll work it out, we'll get some games in. It's really fun playing with other people, that's what these games are all about. So thank you oh so much for tuning in. If you're live, I will give you a shout if I'm going to be back later. If you're on any kind of archive or YouTube, it's been great to have you with us. Thanks for sticking out thus far, and do let us know if it's good. Please share it, let other people know, we love that so much. I love it so much as well. If you didn't like it, that's brilliant, that's okay, just take a bit of time to comment. If you could let us know what you think we could do better, and if